Good morning, my 4 billion sunshines. Oh no. Sunshines. Oh no. Sunshines. I'm not Russell Brand, and I don't have 4 billion 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 Brand, and I don't have 4 site opened on Twitch. Let's close that one again. Should be better for your sound experience. We're going to play P17 right now. If it's a quick game I might finish it, but I do have work to do and I just rolled out of bed, so if it's going to take more than 3 or 4 hours I cannot finish it in one go. What was the plan? I did show a plan already last time before we left the last video. I think I was going to this one. Yes, we were going here. And I was going to take the harpies with the beavers, and I'm going to take all the food I can, and that's not because they have a hunger penalty, that is because the amber costs 5 embarkation points. The map did not provide stones. It will provide them as a secondary on the sea marrow, but chances of getting that are not super great. I mean, they're not terrible either, but we're not sure. So stones, people, and all the food that is there. And then the oil is a really nice one to bring. Can help us with clay defense. So that's it, off we go. The horsey. That means nothing. That is not interesting. Perishing. We need them housed. Level 2 is not very high, so we absolutely need to have housing secured. I open my Excel sheet again and I make a note. Level 3 is blood flowers. Oh my goodness. This game is combining the most serious of mysteries. Level 3 is basically no go. And level 6 on the other hand is another one that can safely be ignored. That would have been nice if they had swapped those around. So we're starting off with 238 food. As I just explained in a forum post, those are available for trade. Because we didn't embark with the gold, I might buy it with food. I am starting with fertile soil, that's really nice. Let's look at the glades. Oh yes, we have small small herds, so I guess all of them are fine. Yes, they are. Which ones can we really feasibly tunnel to? This one, and this one. That's these two. That's 4. This is a bit far away, as is this, but I'm going to try because these are all really nearby, so that should be really easy to tunnel to them. Now I am going to try and keep in mind when we get to year 2 and we get to making the whole game plan, that I do that quickly and have the opportunity to build a farm right away. So I want to have 3 planks at the start of year 2 if I can, so that this could happen already in the 2nd year of farming. We have 12 people, that's enough for 3 woodcutters. And that's those two. This one is going for this and hopefully that as well. And this one is going for this one and maybe that one. And then we will have access to 4 to 6 glades. See the green trees, they're so much nicer to cut, huh? Yeah, that's true, let's do that. Oh. Let's just take the short route past this small glade. This is good. I do also want to clear this area as much as I can because that's gonna be needed for my housing. We don't have as much space, so we will need the space that is there. I'm gonna widen this a bit I can probably move one of the camps over here after they've done their tunneling on this side, because these are pretty easy tunnels to dig. One more tree. That's that. Set them to priority 5. And then comes the trading stuff. No. We surely won't be building that crappy mine again. Well, I mean, it's not that I'm gonna stop using the mine, it's perfectly fine, but it's not fine to build your game plan around it as I tried last game. Sometimes I read tips on the forums and I'm like, oh, I'll try that. And one of them was to actually use the burning in the hearth excessively with the temple. I thought we can do that with the mine, but neither the mine nor the oil was really a good idea for that. You just need too much of it for it to matter. So this is 4 and this is 3, and then we go start the housing on 2. This will be our housing area. We also need to open that up a little bit, but that's a bit later priority. A park. Okay. I do definitely need 3 of these though. I'm not going to be in hostility level 2 during the first storm, so it's fine if there are a few homeless ones in the first storm. We won't be having wet clothes yet. And I needed 3 planks in time. So that's going to be the crude workstation at 1. And because I do want that one to be happening, I'm going to put the other ones at 0 for a change. I usually put those at level at priority 1 as well. But they're going to remain at 0 and the roads can go to -1 then. Let's look at the blueprints. Well, this looks a lot more useful than that, possibly. Is there copper on this map? No, there's not. So then they don't look that useful at all. Copper, of course, is the secondary resource from clay. So if I find a lot of clay, we might still like the smelter. But this has a better biscuit. That's 8 and 3 in 2 minutes, and this is 8 and 4 in also 2 minutes. So the difference really is small in the 1 or 2 star biscuits recipe. Let's have a preliminary look at what we will be eating. Yes, biscuits are a very nice option actually, so far. Of course we are going to find out the third race still. Is there a harpy in there? Yes, there is. And let's put a harpy in here. We are going to use the eggs. And since I have this insane amount of food, I am willing to sell quite a bunch of it to the traders. I do want to try and meet a trader with close to 30 gold in my pockets. So I'm going to start out with at least 18 of these packs of provision. That would be 36. And then we can sell another 50 food and we'd have 150 for our people remaining. The beavers in there. Some in here. And we have our one builder. Are we getting ladder anywhere? Doesn't look like it. So that's another 10 gold probably. Sure, the prayer brook is sort of convenient. The downside is that I generally open all my glades in year 2 and I'll only have one hearth, so that's 10% and that's it. There's some ladder coming. No. Meat is on the map probably. Yeah, so there could be some ladder anyway. But ladder really, I've never had ladder be the core of my economy plans. But few extra ladder is not going to be super important, most likely. The harpies are on a break. Good time to move their camps a little. trade posts. These are working. I'll move this one a bit too. And we have one starting trade opportunity. Resin. Well, that's not much. Unfortunately, I don't have insects because the price is okay. Why is the single tree not selected there? New trade offers, just one again. This is not great, but at least we can sell this if we want to. I won't be needing 42 of them. If I need them, I might need 30 of them, but that means I can sell only one set. 15 is also interesting, and that would mean I would be able to sell 27 and I'll have 15 remaining. No, I don't like this price enough. It's stupid, they're not buying the foods that I actually have. Let's extend this road towards that glade, and then we'll make this the second one. You can do more tricks, like there's a good bunch of stuff in the storage now. I could have moved it there, let them clean it out and then move it back there, but that's going too far for my liking. So this woodcutter can move now because he's done with his own path and help out here. If I destroy those roads for a moment, you can have a better position. Let's get that work going there. So I do also want to cut those 2 trees. And this, no, that one opens the glade. This one we can just cut. We have our encampment. Let's turn on the birds a little bit. I know if I'm putting them too loud, it's going to be very bad for your sound quality, but I think I can turn them on a tiny bit. I guess you hear them anyway, even if I don't turn up my volume. But I like them too, my little birdies. And I don't hear them if I don't put on the volume. We need to make some planks. This one is done here, so you can move to the crude workstation. Oh, we actually had planks already, so that's not a worry at all. Still, he can move. He has made 18 provisions. But instead of planks we could make fabric too, because we don't have any of that. We have more than plenty bricks for now. So let's prioritize fabric. The resources are scarce, so we'll just make a few of those. Oh, you need to move forward, huh? Tunneling machines. The storm is incoming. Is my spot actually properly cleared? I don't think so. Because the farm needs to be either there or there. So I want that tree to be gone. We can do it after this is done. Oh, there's one. We shall see what the future brings. We are at level 2, that is not sustainable. So I guess the Harpy camp going to be emptied. And I'll move that one over here. I do want another shelter too. That's pretty. This one's gonna move wherever someday. And these guys are gonna move in here. This is okay? Yes. I believe it is. The harpies are still low. Ah. They will be even after I build an extra home, which I can of course prioritize, but it's not enough. What else shall we do for the harpies? We don't have enough of this for a harpy home. We do, and this is done. So let's do that. We're gonna build a harpy home. That's also top priority. We will manage that until this home is done. Of course, we make sure that they are going to bring in those fabric right away. They're not having to do anything else. I can put a second guy in there, or a girl. We can also start doing some harvesting, because we have 3 builders. That is slightly excessive. One builder is going to be busy with that. One is already busy with this. Let's put one in here. Let's move this harpy from there to here, just so you can get that one tree. And we have storm trades. Well, this got a lot better. And we can sell meat. Not the greatest price, but I'm gonna have 10 gold from there. Am I gonna sell 4 or more? I'm going to sell this and keep 30. So then I will have 23 gold. That's not as much as I would like to have, but it's gonna work, I hope. Let's already say screw you to that. These guys are not being very fast in their tunneling efforts. that's being done, so we are good. I do believe it's really noticeable how much slower they get as they go further away from the warehouse. So who's coming? That is nice. That's 10 tools. Is anyone wanting to buy those tools? No, but we can use them in with the trader directly if need be. Now I do think it might be wise to wait until after the storm, because these are also a 5 resolve race. And they'll probably not be happy during the storm, so they'll better be unhappy somewhere out there in the forest waiting until we let them in. Yeah, we can actually... what other trees would I like to be cut here? This is all good. That can move there. We can build lizard homes, I believe. I do need more fabric for that though. Let's turn this all both on. We're gonna make some fabric. We're also gonna build a lizard home, since that's gonna be our one population race anyway. Should I be cutting more here? I'm not certain. I'm not at all certain. I mean, this tree is an extra one. With this tree I'm pretty sure it opens the glade. As long as I'm sure that I can open the glade with one tree, I'm fine. And I'm fine in there. This I'm actually not entirely certain if this tree is going to open it. I think it is. Yeah. See, you can't even click this square because it's not having a tree. So this is going to open that. We are good. Let's keep the upside on the upside again. I like to keep my map mostly oriented in the same direction. So if I'm not going to see what's in the glades, I will be opening these two glades. This one and that one. So I should move a camp towards those. This one can move. Although this is a really nice glade. No trees in there. Feels good. Let's just keep this camp here. We'll move that one over there in a bit. Longer, 24 seconds. I'm not going to be cutting all those trees in 24 seconds anyway. So, there we are, Zork. He does not have a farm blueprint. No farms there. Tiny bummer. What blueprint do we have here? Not the most useful ones. Do I want to read all this? I think I do. Yes. Rebellious Spirit is that's a nice one. I'm almost certainly going to take this. But now it's time to open some glades. Which tree here? This one and that one. And that one is going to be the third option, but I'm first going to see those two. The stones are not for sale, my friends. Yeah, I'm picking this right. I already have +1 wood. Suppose I'm certain I'm not going to be farming. Will that be enough to make me choose the +1 extra wood? I don't think so. +1 wood is just, it's plenty. Look at my 300 wood already. Let's welcome our lizard. The lizard unfortunately does not eat cookies, so we no longer have one food that serves everyone. If we have cookies, we would like to add a lizard only food which would be skewers. I'm going to make notes. It's either going to be cookies, skewers. Other option is, of course, the pickles are a favorite because those are +8, and in addition to the pickles we would need, all of those are eaten by someone else too. Pickled plus any basically. And the last option would be to have jerky, which is really easy to produce. And we would need to add cookies or pickled. If I'm looking at that, cookies and skewers is sort of complicated. I'm thinking maybe jerky and pickled is nice. Although containers are not yet in the repertoire, of course. And I just trashed the blueprint that would give me them. Trade routes. We just added tools, they don't want to buy those. I'm not in dire need of any of this yet. Okay. What can we see here? We're gonna open the glades now. Quickly, guys. Because if there's any chance of getting a farm, I want it ASAP. A haunted beaver house. What is special about its hauntedness? 6 beavers. Burning it down gives me food. Quite a big global resolve cost. And the only thing is that it houses 6 beavers, right? That's gonna be a burn down most likely. Why would I take that effort for a house that counts for 2? I don't see it. Well, basically it's like 24 planks. Reward is 24 planks for all that effort. What do we have here? Oh, nice tablets. This looks really nice. I'll probably be wanting that. And this here we can do with this one that's cheap. Kills one random. Oh, it's that one. We could do that, but we can also just do this. But we would like to store our wildfire essence somewhere probably. Well, it's not going to be a difficulty either way. We have 2 ways to fix this, 2 ways to fix this. This is a pretty nice reward. Reduce hostility for dead villagers. If everything goes well, it's useless. But sometimes it can be really nice if we get bigger caravans, more people per set of villagers, we can make a thing out of that. And what do we have here? Much less important cache. This is actually, resin is not that super. We can either rob the dead, which means we will have to favor the harpies and expect -5 on everyone, 7 on the harpies. It's difficult. 7 is still too much for the harpies right now. This is easy. The gold is expensive, and this is one threat that we cannot allow to resolve. Well, cannot is a big word. It's not like we lose the game if we do, but that really hurts. I do like these rewards a bit. I'm actually going to look at the third glade. I know we do want to stay below 3 hostility, but there's a pretty good chance we're actually going to take the Altar of Decay. And then villagers perishing is not that bad. It's gonna balance itself. Let's open another glade. Before I do that, to be sure, I could very well solve this without having a hostility hit. Yeah, I can. And it's empathy. Someone's gonna gonna be happy about it, maybe. Let's move this one. Oh shit. Let's move this one right here. And move this one in here, because the other ones got to empty their stores. How much fabric do I currently have? This is again the 6th in production, so if that's done I could add a second harpy house. That's 4 out of 7, that should just round up to 2. Hi there MVD Vecht. M van de Vecht, you're Dutch probably. Yeah, let's just open this and then we are going to decide. One more patch of soil. We really want farming now. Also no food in here at all. A herbalist camp could sustain us for a while. Or a forager's camp. Okay, the herbalist camp is kind of a nice thing now to get. Stormwater. Another decent cache. And what do we do with this? We cannot choose this option. So we are going to choose this option. Well, we can still look if we can do that. But do we need to? Well, tree felling is slower is not a problem at all. This means that if I do this, my harpies are going to be less happy and even an extra house. No, that is coming in the next update, and that's only going to be, as far as I am aware, in the glades when you close the seals. The Sealed Forest it's called. I think that update's coming next week. So if I do this, then my harpies are going to be too unhappy to do this. And I would need tea, herbs or incense. Can I get those at all? Just knowing what the options are, not even sure if I want those options. Not there. Tea, incense or herb, that's not there. So no, that is not an option. This is not an option. So I'm going to have to cut this down. If I'm really going to have to, I might as well start doing so. Just tree felling is slower, right? Yeah. Oh, actually I can do this, because if I favor them now, we're at 4. Oh, I still can do this. I still can do this, no problems. Okay, let's start looking at orders. This is going to happen soon. This is not so hard. Which of these do I like? These I value reasonably highly. This is about worth the 10 gold. This is slightly better, but it costs 10 gold, which is more than 5 crop packs. There were wildfire essences somewhere else, right? Oh yes, here. I think I'm going to do this because 0.5 points is not much. Comes at quite a cost of 15 gold. So we're going to rob the dead. Let's assign. It's cruel to make the harpies do that, right? Seeing their kin fall, and then again, if anyone is going to bury the harpies, oh, they're gonna rob them. Yeah. 7.5 minutes. We have not that much time. We need to do a second guy on there, because this must be done before the storm. The beaver is there for emotional support. And that leaves this, which is remaining an option. Actually, hostility for the wildfire essence. It's only an option if I quickly put down 2 of these. Is that even possible? I can put one there, and I can put one right on there for temporary, just to store the wildfire essence, and then I can do that without any hostility hit. Okay, that's an option. The price of doing it is pretty much the same. Well, no, this is resin. Resin is cheap. So the price of doing it is similar. The question is, do I want this altar or do I want these resources? I'm a bit of a greedy guy towards resources, but I'm definitely going to take this. I don't even have any tools, of course, for now, but I want those ancient tablets. So I'm opening 2 of the caches, and that one is the best one. And then I can choose another one out of these 2. Copper ore, trash. Bleeding trees, trash. So this is just 5 purging fire. And this is 5 purging fire plus 5 really nice parts. we're taking this one. Okay. Do I already have any information that makes me choose this? I have about 100 clay, that's 50 copper. And I have more here. That is another almost 50. So I have almost 100 copper. I believe that's the only source of copper I have. I do not have any. That is the only source of copper I have. So 100 copper, is that enough to want to choose the smelter? Tea and incense, are those needed? This one likes tea. This one likes religion. That one likes neither. They are moderately useful. I do think I want a smelter though. I do have stormwater, so if it comes to producing biscuits, the fact that this is a 1 star is well made up for by the fact that we have stormwater. And then we don't really have much useful in here. Either training goods, and then fabric or barrels. So we have 2, and then another 2 would be good to have 4 hearths. But can we even fuel 4 hearths? We need for that a fuel, and we have available on this map the marrow, but I don't think I've seen any marrow yet. No. It's been a long time since I've actually seen any marrow. It feels like they made it more rare or something. Which would be a bummer, because marrow is the best thing ever. So we don't have our fuel situation really solved yet. If we are taking this thing, then we can of course open more glades and just have people die and leave and whatever, and hostility is secured by this. I don't have any ongoing trade routes, nor one that I'm going to pick now. But I would expect this to happen within a year, and 10 gold is available. So this happens within a year. This too, by the way, it really happens in about the same time. This is worth about 15 gold-ish, 25. So it is 30 gold worth. This is 10, 17. This is a better value. Not by very much, but it's slightly better. This is happening. And this is interesting because I picked a smithy, and that's gonna double my copper production. this is really interesting. Both are happening easily. But I think I'm going to make this copper thing happen. It also adds 2 more wildfire essences. Yeah. And we get another opportunity to do this. This is not happening. So it's going to be that. See, and that's why I don't really mind opening the glades before I make these choices. 5 is too many anyway. I don't want to open 5 glades. Sure, I want these rewards, but this is happening absolutely. And this is an alchemist hut. The crystallized dew is useless. The tea and the wine are very moderate in their use. And I don't have berries, and I don't have herbs, and this is happening. So we pick the fire starter. Yeah, right. This costs a lot. But the rewards are insane. The tool production is what I need with my copper. This is the best thing ever, and this is absolutely awesome. If I find any way that I can do this, I should. Where am I gonna get another 10 oil and 12 coal? I'm not needing to use them here. I'm not using them here, so that's good. I'm not wasting them, at least. The oil is in. 12 coal needed. Oh, the coal is in too. But that does need me to complete my dangerous glade events within 10:30. Oh yes, this is happening. How long does it take to burn that? Because this coal is coming in about 7 minutes. And that gives me 3 minutes to do the burning. Yeah, that's no problem. Right? It burns 20 per minute or 15? 20, so at 3 stacks that's not even a minute. Oh, this is so awesome. This is the best order reward I've ever seen. Oh my god. It is also, of course, an insane price, but it's worth it. It's so worth it. And that has pretty much set the course for our game. We're going to have tools production. And we have our resolve secured by this. We do, of course, still need to make sure that our people have something to eat. And we're sort of low on food. Now we can gather a bunch of small eggs. Are we getting any food from here? Not here. Not here. Not here. Not here. We are not getting any food. This is a concern. We are not getting any bigger food supplies. We can burn this down with oil, I believe, because I have 30, and I'm getting another 30, that's 60, and I need to burn 40. So I have 20 extra oil that I can use to burn this down for 45 good foods. Let's do that. I'm going to fill in my Excel sheet again with everything that I have and am sort of sure of getting. We have the smelter and we have copper coming in, so that means I can make bars. I can make pipes. I cannot make biscuits, but I have the recipe for the biscuits. That's basically the only recipe I have so far. Then I am getting the smithy. So that means I can make tools. I can make coats. And I don't have any of the resources for this yet. I have the recipe for trade goods. Did I have any more blueprints coming in? No. I have hostility control, that's just the only thing really. So that's it so far. I am really short on blueprints. I don't have any food production yet. I need either a camp or a farm. And then preferably the herbalist camp, because I've got 4 large patches for the herbalist camp and I've got 2 large patches for the foragers camp. So I need to fill in some orders to get a few of these points. This is happening. This is not likely happening this year yet, but as soon as I'm done, 1 is happening, 2 is happening, this is year 3. I need to make those trade routes happen. And those packs of crops. The packs of crops are a pain in the ass because I don't have food. I have 5 grain. A bit of grain was coming from somewhere, I believe, right? Where does 5 grain come from anyway? Oh, I embarked with a bit of grain and I sold the remainder. That means 3 goings, that means it would cost me 18 veggies. But if that's worth a blueprint, then that must happen soon. We have 14 eggs in here, that's a good thing. Yeah, let's make those packs of crops happen, and let's make the trade routes happen. What can we sell here? No, we cannot sell that. We absolutely can't. Do I want to consider buying food? No, I'm not that desperate yet. but I might with the next trader. I have 89 food, I'm going to use 18, so I've got basically 70 food right now. And we were getting a bunch from burning this building down, 45, so I've got 115 food. That's about enough for one day. I'm also gathering 60 from there. We are going to do that. Where's my other lizard? There is no other lizard. He's alone. And with that 60 I can survive well over a day. So that means if I have next spring drizzle year 3, I must have something to consistently solve my food, or I'll end up opening small glades. Yeah. Now of course there will also be a new trader with a new chance of farms by the next year. So that's it, we're not gonna worry about it too hard. The fact that I'm using this here and I'm going to have to use my coal. I might still be able to do this with coal because I've got 28 and I'm getting a bunch somewhere. I don't know how many and where. I'm getting 25 and 28, that makes 53. I have 13 excess. So no, I cannot be burning down anything. So this is a finalized decision. I cannot do anything else. We're not in a real hurry to do that though, so when does that kill? Kills one, radius never reaches kills. Activate every time the event is started. I just started it and I don't see anyone dying. How come? And why do I have 4 homeless people when I have only 13? And I have a house. Oh yes, the housing capacity was reduced by this. Well, I'm all good. I just wonder who's going to die. And I'm a bit short on workforce, of course, because everyone is busy with all the glade events. $7.27, $6.27, $7.27. And I would like one of the glade events to go a little faster, so I can start burning my coal faster. And this is a working effect that I would like to have finished before the storm comes, if I can. Yeah, one guy comes out of this crude workstation and goes and helps with this tree. So this year all my people are set to a job. Do I have anything else that needs to be done or that can be done? I don't think so, really. I think this is just gonna be our year. No, I'm not so ballsy that I'm gonna say let's set it to 3 times speed and go for it. Okay, the harvester died. Oh, we can... That's the perfect person to die, actually. Because that's the one that we least need. Yeah, we just need some trade routes to go. And we need someone to produce packs. Since we're not building anything, you get your ass out of here, basically. And produce those packs of crops. This is happening. This is not happening this year. This is not. I have two that are happening. Absolutely happening, absolutely happening. That's these two blueprints. And then I need another two to get the next blueprint. Lizard Resolve is sort of close to happening, but yeah, I want to build one lizard home for that. Which I can build with this cloth soon. But that's going to happen much later, not this year. Still, I really do want this to happen. Is any of these things giving me a reputation point? No, it's not. They're all giving me goodies. But at the start of next year I might be able to do more. This can happen in the spring year 2, 3, it is year 2. So spring year 2 I've got those two, and then we got to the 4th point. And that's when I was trying to solve my food situation. So there'll be 3 extra blueprints for that. This is a bit weird, this limit. I believe it only counts what's in the warehouse. It does not count what's in here. That's why they overproduce a bit usually. I'm happy we didn't lose the lizard. I'm hoping it's gonna be lucky and double produce a lot there. New trade opportunities. It's a pretty bad one. We don't really need to trade for value right now. We are trading because we need 3 trade routes done. So we can take both of these actually. And when she's done with that, she can start building a lizard house. actually even have a builder in in addition to this one. We have so plenty people when we're not trying to do much. So what is he gonna do then? What's gonna be her job now? I'm going to need this sort of camp, that's for sure, so she can build that at her leisure. I'm just going to have her build some stuff that I need later, and that is important enough that I'm sure I want to build it in year 3, which is this. The blight post. Now I don't usually need to think I need to have the blight post on the most prime position. Why are the harpies now unhappy? Oh, I'm moving this out of range. Ah. If I'm going to use this all for industry, do I then have enough space to make this a district if I want to? This is 12 housing, 14, 16, 18, 20. I have one little line here to make the top level decorations, and then I need 6 parks, so that's gonna be 2 parks, 3, 4, 5, 6 parks. So yeah, I can use all of this for industries. I would of course also need a service building. I'm gonna have these 2 spaces as well. It might be tough, a bit. And the blight post, I believe, does not move. So yeah, I'm gonna build it here after all, because I cannot use this space. I'm just gonna have 1, 2, 3 more buildings around this warehouse, and the rest can go to an extra warehouse. So this can be built. This is not using any planks. This is 5 gears, and 3 gears is 8. We still have 6 gears remaining. Having a warehouse ready to build a second town would be a good start, I suppose. If I'm going to get a farm, then where would I like to farm? Is there anything else than farmland that's going to shape my decisions? Possibly these 2. But there's no farmland there. I don't know yet. Now this is of course reasonably close, so it's good to have one far away. Let's start making a warehouse right here. This farm can go there, if possible. Camp can go there. We cannot yet afford that. Oh, we can, because the lizard house is already being built. More housing, of course, doesn't hurt either. Priority 3. That is the stonecutter camp. Let's just build that nearby so we don't have to walk that much. Priority 2. And this one, priority 1. And if somewhere in between we happen to have a lot of this plant fiber, I might be producing more fabric first, and or planks. We have 2 builders now, right? Yes. Let's one start producing here then. This is kind of luxury. Everyone is busy, but we can't be doing much anyway. Well, we could actually be cutting, but it's only 50% slower, right? I don't like 50% slower. Although again, it's not that big, of course, because the woodcutters, they spend most of their time walking anyway. But we're working forward a little bit now. Doing stuff that is going to be needed later. Preventing panic situations. Ah, events are being finished. Which one is now finished? Why are we people coming in? Oh, the caches are cleared, of course, yes. Actually, we're needing to burn these goods. What do? Production speed? That's not useful right now as we're not producing anything. This is going to happen then during the storm, or that. So during the storm, I think I'm going full on wood cutting. All the glade events will be done. And I'm gonna have to be burning stuff. So we can just as well wood cut. At super speed with the oil production, I suppose. Not sure if that really works that well for gatherers. We have 351, we need to take care of that. Do I already have all the resources in stock? No, not yet. They do need to be carried in. I need coal to come in. Oh, the coal will come from reward, so effectively I do have the resources in stock. There they are. The coal is coming in. I do of course have copper, so that makes barrels a thing. I have plenty of these flax fields, so that makes Where was I? That makes the weaver less important. Training gear is equal to T versus trade goods, and we were not yet producing any trade goods. I'm leaning towards the corporates, and I do want to see my next one, but I'll wait until dawn. There's no reason to choose it now. It's not like I'm going to be producing any barrels now. We have 3 people. This is one of the more pressing jobs to do. I can stop favoring the harpies now. They are no longer unhappy because of that. Unfortunately, we are too late to make those lizards happy this year. Mostly because of that cooldown. I might still want this in the end anyway, because it is extra copper. But I'm not having the stones, and I don't see where they are gonna come from. We are still working on the axe, that's fine. Two minutes of wood, 2 minutes of this, 3 minutes of coal, of oil. So let's start burning the oil. It's helping this a little bit. Do I still need that builder for anything? He doesn't need to be walking all that way there. Stonecutter camp goes to the nearest stones to my warehouse. That's there. But I still don't really like to do that now. I can produce more planks. Hopefully soon we have more people available to cut some woods. We actually have pickled goods coming in. Is that enough to make these lizards happy during storm? Nah, I don't think so. We're not going to get this down. We're actually already on the edge with the harpies. Can I build an extra harpy home? Oh, I absolutely can't. So you're going to build a harpy home. Twelve, 14, 16, 18. Oh well, yeah. We are fine after all. Oh, and we could do that last trade route. only in one way, and that is with the flower. And that's fine. That's going to be our third trade route. This one is taken care of. This one will be taken care of as soon as we get out of storm. Let's start with not eating this, and I'm going to keep them for that. It might be useful. Oh, actually, I'm going to burn stuff, and I can go down to level 0. That will mean +6 on everyone, and that's enough that I can favor them. So they're on 10, 15. Oh yes, I'm going to do the clan during storm. Ain't that amazing? And I don't even need these pickled goods for that, but you're gonna get them anyway. This one single lizard is having 10 pickled goods available. This burning was 2 minutes for each. Let's just start doing that. What happens if we go... There's no going below 0, see? We have another trade opportunity, but that's not needed anymore now. How much gold do I actually have? Can I buy a blueprint if we get one? 24 and 6, we've got 30 gold effectively now. I could get 2 more, but that's not a lot. This is happening, this is happening, this is happening. 3 orders coming in. And I have 3 people available again. Let's cut some wood. But let's do it closer to home. I'm not going for that glade anymore. And I do need to open the forest around my hearth. Let's just select the trees that should be cut. Where's all them beavers? I'm not gonna swap them out. Well, I'm gonna swap the one out that's on the break. And he is moving, so I can actually also swap him out. Oh, I don't have a builder. Let you finish this happy house first. Is this all going fast enough? It should be right. I'm feeling a bit unsure about the call, but it should be. What's happening if I accept that? Oh, food. That's convenient, not even needed right now. And in the group of lizards, meaning I would want another lizard home actually. Which we can do. I'll probably just move that one over there, and that can maybe just be enough space for a special building. service building. That would be good. But I'll wait a little bit with accepting this. Well, let's just do it. It's gonna be fine. The lizards are happy enough. Oh, that was of course already, that was the one of the lizard happiness. We can also have the harpies producing resolve during this storm. We can have another 10 gold. Oh, that's 4 more people. Since I'm not going to be burning through the entire storm, let's wait with that. There's more trade offers than there were before. That's the food. This is looking up quite nicely in my opinion. I feel like everything is going really relaxed. My food is up to 130 again, and I'm getting more. Okay, enough oil. Enough coal. The remainder is for burning in here. Well, we can still do that later. And enough wood. And that's another 3 global resolve. This is so fucking awesome, man. It's insane. This is insane. We can be taking a lot of people now. 4 there, I believe, 3 there, that's 7. Yeah. 7 more people ready to come in, bringing us to 22. I guess that's 14 and 8. So we can make this one a neighborhood, and we're gonna build another encampment somewhere. But that's all for spring. We can start at Project Neighborhood though. Were we still producing planks here? Yeah, a bit. We don't yet have enough of them, but we're working on it. That was quite a successful endeavor. We need the parks. 7 for 1. No, that's trash. I suppose this thing is built by now. Yes, it is. This will be a beautiful spring. I hope. Of course, the game might still screw us over with 4 terribly bad blueprints and a useless trader. But let's hope that is not going to be the case. What do we have here? Sahildas. This is not very significant. Sahildas can be nice if you can produce pie. We're gonna have new trade offers. But first I wanna see if my guy here got something good. Not really. $70 gold! Are you insane? It can be done probably. And if we have Sahildas and we have pie production, it could be worth it. Of course it would make for a lot of overkill on the production. I think it's either gonna be this or this. And these sell for 5 gold, so basically we do get our 70 gold back and we will end up with these 2 things. So the question is, am I gonna get to produce those 2? If that is the case, then I will want to do that. I guess it's blueprint time. I said I want to be producing pie and jerky, possibly for Sahildas. Do I have anything that leads towards that, and do my people like that? My people do not seem to... well, yes, 2 people like pie, but the same 2 people like jerky. Well, that's good. It's gonna be a lot of resolve if we do that. But it doesn't need barrels. Barrels are only needed for pickled goods. I don't expect to be making wine or beer, do I? Nah. Not so likely. But still, what good is this fabric recipe? Yeah, I think I should go with the barrels actually. The herbalist camp was, I believe, useful. Of course, so is the lumber mill. Herbs, berries and mushrooms. We had mushrooms. And we had berries, lots of them. So this is absolutely going to be the herbalist camp. The greenhouse. Interesting. I have barrels production. Let me fill in my Excel sheet while we are on the go. I have barrels, that's containers. Those are green. I can absolutely produce those. I can also absolutely produce training gear if I want to, as well as tea. Which makes packs of luxury goods an interesting proposition if I can get those. We have the herbalist camps, and we have both shrooms and berries, so I make shrooms and berries green. And then we go to the next option. I do lean towards the greenhouse. Ale and wine can both be produced. Ale, not sure. No, we don't really have the grain yet. But we have the containers, we have the berries, so we can produce wine if we want. And we can produce pigments if I choose that. But I was going for the pies if I can at all. And I have the berries for the pies. I do have mushrooms, but those are limited in a number. And of course the greenhouse makes it a long-term fix. The greenhouse, does you need drizzle water, if I'm correct? Yes, it does need drizzle water. And how much drizzle water does it need? It's got 3 people. Suppose we want to produce with 3 people. Well, let's say simply it turns 1 drizzle water into 1 food item. And if I am using this piece of crap to make drizzle water, I believe it made 18 seconds for 1 water, for 2 water. So it's 9 seconds a piece, can house 2 people. It's 4.5 seconds a piece. For 1 season of 240 seconds, makes about 50. It makes 50 water of each season. So that's a lot of effort to get 50 food, huh? You need a rain collector and then a greenhouse. So now the greenhouse is just not working. It's really such an immense downgrade for the greenhouse that we now have 3 sorts of water. Like last year there used to be only 1 sort of water. Oh yeah, that's the yellow ones. So yeah, the greenhouse is not working unless I find drizzle water, but the chances for that are just way too tiny. So it's not going to be the greenhouse, it's going to be the tinctuary then. Or a reroll, but that's a shame basically. I'm picking the tinctuary. Pigment, ale and wine can be produced. I still don't feel really good about it. because this is food. My food situation is not yet entirely fixed. And mushrooms are something that helps with the pie production if needed, or cookies. Tough choice, man, tough choice. I said 50 water per year. That's 12 times this recipe, means 2 people in the greenhouse. We can double it up. These can do about 100 per year with 3 people. And that would need 2 rain collectors with 7 people total to make 100 food. Oh man, that's bad. 7 people total to make 100 food, and also 10 parts. If we use the herbalist camp that we've gotten, that's 2 people, and they produce about 40 berries per year. 2 people make about 100 food with 5 parts. This is so incomparable. But they're gonna run out someday. And we still have nothing to advance our foods. Should I reroll? If I reroll, that kind of makes my thing not happen here. Well, I don't really need that to happen, do I? Because if I'm not producing these, it's actually a bad deal. I'll still have to sell those to get my investment back. And if I am producing them, well, if I am producing them, it's awesome. How big are my chances of getting 40 gold instead of just 30? Where's this trader? I think my chances of getting 30 are actually even pretty damn slim. How many parts do I have? I've got none coming in. And I want to be building at least 1, probably 2 of these camps. Yeah, I want to be building 2 herbalist camps, meaning I have parts perfectly for 1 more warehouse. All my parts are spoken for. No, we're not going to do this timed order. I'm going to be doing the lizard order. And then we actually do have some parts coming in. Oh, of course, I can sell all my parts, but that's at a very bad price. If I would do that, I'm getting a terrible price for them, and I would be paying a lot. I would be basically paying 65 gold. No, 55 gold for that plus 5 to food productions, which I'm not even sure I'm gonna produce. We are not doing this. I'm doing this. 60 trade, it's happening sometimes. Smithy, I can produce all these things. Do I want to? No. This reward is actually better, and it's for free as a side product of trading. Okay, so I can spend my gold on reroll. And that gets me bakery. Now I just need to have flour production. I'm going to fill in the bakery already. I am definitely picking this. Biscuits at pie. And pottery means we have 2 good ways to produce containers. And we have 2 good ways to produce berries. Or we produce porridge, but I don't think many people will like porridge here. None at all. So the only reason to produce porridge is because it enhances the number of food we have. I'm leaning towards a plantation because that does solve our food for indefinite times. I have enough soil patches to produce a good number of them probably. That's 9, 10, 11, 12, 26 soil patches times 6 is 120, 156 berries per year, not counting the chances for doubles. 156 berries unenhanced will feed about 20 people. So that's going to be good, keep us good for the coming few years. Of course with this enhanced, I can survive the entire game basically now. Oh, I have more patches. Oh yes. I choose this plantation and I can live off of the plantation forever. I don't want porridge. Wine would be nice with all those berries, but it's not happening. And now we need another blueprint and spend rerolls if we need to, because we really would like to get flour, which would be really limited in number because it only comes from these things. No, actually the plantation can make... No, that doesn't help. Huh? No, plant fiber is not going to make flour. So we're not really producing pies yet. But there are a lot of things that can make that happen. Well, a lot of things, all of course includes the flour ingredient first, the flour recipe. The flour recipe is absolutely needed. And then I'll have a few mushrooms and maybe I will add either a greenhouse after all, if I find the water, or a ranch, or a small farm. So I do need 2 things, but there's multiple options for them. Pie does have a decent chance of happening. And the fiber delivery line, I definitely don't need it. I'm gonna choose the Sahildas. It might be useless, but I don't need the 10 gold either, do I? We have 3 people coming in. I have 2 lizard houses, so 1 lizard is a nice addition to us right now. I will be choosing this one. So our plan for this year, and I'm going to end my video soon. I do have some work to do, and I want to eat and shower and everything. I basically started when I came out of bed. So I'm gonna make notes of my plans for this year. the plan is to complete a encampment plus a neighborhood get lizard resolve for a point. Can I make 12 blight rust cysts happen? For that I would need to add another 2, which could happen if I make a geyser pump and spend that water in something that uses storm water. Yeah. So build geyser and use water for 2 blight. And trade 60 goods. That would make it possible to have all of these orders happen in the coming year. We are of course looking for the next spring again, because that's when I want to be having another chat with our trader and hopefully have multiple blueprints. If I have these 3, that would be enough for 2 blueprints. A 4th point would be really nice for another blueprint. Where am I gonna get a 4th point? How about we make these harpies happy and they're going to produce resolve. Produce at least 1 point resolve from harpies. That should be quite doable with 10 of them, right? And their happiness is no problem. I don't see any problem. And I have another subscriber, which is probably from someone watching the videos, because I have 1 viewer, but I've had that all the time. I see that my 1 viewer is still here, probably, and Van der Vecht. What water does the geyser produce? Yeah, storm water. So what other plants do we have? Produce berries. That's something that needs to be happening right now. We have this... do I actually want to use the patches or do I want to use the farm? See, this one produces 4 berries per minute. That's about 50 per day from 1 person. On the farm they produce 30 per day from 1 person. So the herbalist camp really is good. I'm going to use this herbalist camp. And that also means I don't need to rush to be farming. I still could do that though. It doesn't hurt. Let's build 1 farm at least in here. And I said I was going to try and make this one a neighborhood, which is already almost happening. Just this one. Oh, it's actually already happened. We have the neighborhood already. Yeah. Do we have a special building yet? No, we don't have a service building, so it cannot be a district. We do have the 20 housing for it. I'm gonna move this right here, make things nice. This is prepared to become a district as soon as I have a service building. Now where do I want to build my next town? I might as well do that here, because I am having this warehouse here. So I'm gonna select the small half to build. And then we want some housing around there too. 8 of them. This is never needing to be upgraded to anything more than so let's do it like that. This one, the stupid geyser is in the way. They can walk through that diagonally. And a little park. This is our tiny town with the geyser cutely in front of the hearth. A plantation right here. I'm gonna set priorities yet. This plantation here has the top priority because I do want that to be done for this spring. How is my wood production going? My planks, I mean. I'm going to need a little time to produce more planks. So this is not really happening for this spring, is it? Unless I destroy some building that costed planks. Oh, I'm also going to move this to my new town, of course. This was the road exit. I want the road to exit here. We still don't have anything to fix our fuel situation either. I'll make notes of that. Fuel situation needed and flour needed and consistent flour feeding X needed. Closing one space of here. We just want 8 people to live here. Can I make more than just the harpies happy? Can I make the harpies and the lizards both happy? They're both for 15 and they are equal. I'd basically just need 3 global resolve. Well, just as if 3 global resolve is nothing, huh? Oh yeah, I'm gonna run out of clothing really soon. I actually don't have any more clothing. So that means the harpies are gonna drop 3 to 14 and then they're done being happy. We need more harpy homes. So I should delete this one and make a harpy home there. The harpies are going to have this nice building right in the middle of this road here. And that'll get them one extra resolve point again. Who's in the hearth? Still a harpy. A lizard would also solve it. So that's good, we are going to get that. The 24 lizard resolve, how are we going to do that actually? I'm getting them to 22 if I change this. This should possibly get to +8 for a little time. So if I favor them 1 minute from now, they might have just eaten and be +8. Oh, yeah, the lizards is actually pretty easy to do. I just put one in here, and that's gonna be +2 for the lizards, and I can put some in here. Oh yes. Too bad I've clicked this already. That's gonna give me this 1 minute cooldown. What reward does the lizard resolve get me? +1 to food, there's nothing really to meat. And it gets me a good bunch of lizards. I mean, I could just keep doing this for a while, but if I do the lizards, I have the pickled goods. They won't last much longer. So yeah, favoring the lizards is going to be the first step to do. And I was going to use this geyser. I'm not needing planks for any of this, but the geyser does have, this was the first priority, the geyser will be the second priority. This plantation is the last priority, it's just gonna be for next year. So that's a -5. This entire town is some priority, but not top. I gave it a 1. The harpy house is 3, because I wanted harpies to be done as soon as I've finished lizard resolve. I'm going to favor the harpies to produce some reputation through resolve. It won't be a full point this year anyway. Even if I had kept it at that, it would probably not happen in 1 year. Maybe though, maybe, that'd be close. and this is 2. That's all looking good to me. I'm having 9 people ready to do a job. Well, while we're at it, let's just finish these last few charges. How different can it be? Last game, all game long, I was out of people to do the jobs. And now I've got 9 people. Like, oh, what to do with them? Let's produce some blight fire. Look at those lizards being happy. Where's the other lizards? Trapper's camp, they belong in there. The stone cutters, that can be something else. And if I put the lizard in here, we're at 22 already. But we need 24. Where were the other 2 points coming from? Comfortable 3. That can be 5 if I take the one from here. And I'll put them in here. Oh, we could still favor them too, but it's good if we can do this without favoring actually. We don't have any woodcutters selected. Well, we do. We've got a lot of woodcutters selected right now. But this is already happening. I don't need to favor the lizards. How long do we need to do that for? Two minutes. That's quite a while. Quite a while. I might need to favor them after all when the complex is running out. I need to set the limit to these guys, and it's going to be 12 for now. And we can just use wood for that. 70 wood going in there. This is looking good. I'm going to I said I was going to need to take a break, and I really do. And it's good to have everything set ready to go before I take a break. Of course, I will be looking over everything again anyway when I got back, but I always am. I've got 6 people. This is it for this video. The next video, you now know what's going to be happen. We're going to be eating lots of berries. We're going to complete most of these orders if we can. We also kind of need more packs of provisions, so let's put someone in there too. We have plenty of food coming in soon. We can make lots of packs of provision. I do set a limit to it. 20. That's 40 eggs. Oh, maybe we can do more. I set a limit of 30. 60 eggs. We can use all the eggs, and when we're done, we can use the berries. That's good. Okay. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.